Every command you follow, every decision you make might not be your own. Your mind is a battlefield, and you are not always in control. Today, we decode the hidden psychological triggers that compel obedience. We will expose the unseen forces shaping your reality, revealing the dark truths most people never discover. From the moment you wake, your subconscious is bombarded. Subtle cues, unspoken expectations, and carefully crafted narratives dictate your actions. This isn't about overt force. It's about the insidious erosion of autonomy. We believe we are free, yet our choices are often pre-programmed. The illusion of free will is the most powerful trick of all. Consider the authority bias, a uniform, a title, a confident tone. These are psychological weapons. The Milgram experiment proved it. Ordinary people, under perceived authority, inflicted unimaginable pain. But there is something most people never discover about this study. It wasn't just about authority. It was about the slow, incremental escalation of commitment. We are herd animals. Our brains are wired for conformity. Social proof is a silent dictator. The primal fear of isolation, the desire to belong, compels us to mimic, to agree, even when our internal compass screams dissent. Mass movements, both benign and destructive, are born from this fundamental human weakness. Why do we crave what is forbidden or limited? Scarcity. It's not just about supply and demand. It's a deep psychological trigger. When something is scarce, its perceived value skyrockets. This is not a preference, it is a compulsion. You believe your memories are accurate, your perceptions objective. You are wrong. Your brain constantly fabricates, distorts, and fills in gaps. It lies to you not out of malice, but out of efficiency. This fundamental flaw makes you susceptible to manipulation. Your own mind is your first deceiver. The reciprocity principle. Give a small gift, a seemingly innocent favor, and watch the obligation take root. This isn't kindness. It's a psychological debt, coupled with the foot-in-the-door technique, where a small request paves the way for a larger one. Your boundaries are gradually eroded. Understand cognitive dissonance. When beliefs clash with actions, your mind seeks harmony by changing beliefs to justify actions. To counter this, practice emotional detachment. Observe your feelings without judgment, creating a buffer between stimulus and reaction, granting you true choice. The halo effect. One positive trait casts a glow over all others. But there is something most people never discover about this bias. It works in reverse, too. This is reinforced by confirmation bias. We seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs, making us impervious to contradictory evidence. The sunk cost fallacy. We continue investing in something, even when it's failing, simply because of past commitments. This, combined with the bandwagon effect, the more people who adopt an idea, the more likely others are to follow, traps us in cycles of compliance and collective acceptance. Your subconscious mind absorbs everything, even what your conscious mind misses. This is not suggestion, it is direct programming. The journey to true autonomy begins with awareness. Recognize the patterns, identify the triggers, and understand the mechanisms of control. Your mind is your most valuable asset, and it is constantly under siege. You now possess the knowledge. The choice is yours. Remain a pawn in a game you don't understand, or become the master of your own psychological domain. The power to resist, to influence, to truly obey yourself lies within. Unleash your mental power. Subscribe to Mind Decode for more insights into the hidden architecture of the human mind. The truth is waiting. The shadows of influence stretch further than you dare to imagine. Your mind, a fortress, can be breached. Its defenses turned against itself. In this continuation, we delve deeper into the unseen architecture of control. We will expose advanced psychological tactics, revealing how your deepest desires and fears are weaponized to compel your obedience. Once a commitment is made, even a small one, the human mind strives for consistency. This isn't about logic, it's about preserving self-image, our innate desire to appear rational and unwavering. We justify past actions, even when they contradict our true interests. A subtle trap where one small agreement leads to another, larger concession. Then verse of the foot in the door, yet equally potent. An outrageous initial request, almost guaranteed to be rejected. The subsequent, more reasonable request appears palatable, even generous. You concede, believing you've negotiated, when in reality, you've been guided. How a choice is presented dictates its perception. Framing. Our cognitive shortcuts, our aversion to complex analysis. The same information, presented differently, elicits opposing responses. This is amplified by anchoring. The first piece of information received disproportionately influences subsequent judgments. You believe you are choosing, but often your options are pre-selected, designed to funnel you towards a predetermined outcome. This is not freedom. It is a carefully constructed labyrinth. You pride yourself on rational thought, yet your decisions are often hijacked by primal emotional responses. Your feelings, you believe, are authentic. You are wrong. They can be manufactured, triggered, and directed. Emotions are a virus. We unconsciously mirror the feelings of those around us. Our deep-seated need for social cohesion and empathy. Moods, fears, and excitements spread like wildfire, influencing collective behavior. Crowds can be swayed, manipulated, and controlled by a single, potent emotional spark. A slow, insidious assault on your perception. Gaslighting, the manipulator's desire for absolute control. You question your memory, your sanity, your very grasp of reality. Your self-trust erodes, leaving you vulnerable, dependent, and utterly obedient. To counter the insidious power of framing, practice cognitive reframing. Consciously challenge the presentation of information. Ask, how else could this be viewed? This simple act shatters the illusion of a single truth. The truly incompetent often overestimate their abilities, while the highly competent underestimate theirs. But there is something most people never discover about this paradox. It makes the most ignorant, the most confident, and the most knowledgeable the most hesitant, creating a vacuum for flawed leadership. In a crisis, the more people present, the less likely any single individual is to act. The perceived sharing of responsibility among a group. Inaction, even in the face of clear distress. A silent agreement to do nothing, allowing atrocities to unfold under the gaze of many. A lie told often enough, repeated with unwavering conviction, becomes the truth. This is not persuasion. It is psychological conditioning, a relentless hammering at the gates of your perception. Guiding someone to vividly imagine a desired future, then subtly linking your agenda as the inevitable path to that future. Our inherent drive towards aspiration and fulfillment. Bypassing logic, it taps directly into their deepest hopes. They walk willingly into your design, believing it is their own, manufacturing a sense of urgency or limited availability. Our primal fear of missing out, our compulsion towards what is rare. Impulsive decisions driven by anxiety rather than rational assessment. You acquire what you might not need, driven by a manufactured panic. When you feel a psychological trigger taking hold, consciously disrupt the expected response. A sudden question, a change of environment, a moment of deliberate pause. This creates a microsecond of freedom, a chance to reclaim your agency. Unfinished tasks linger in our minds, creating a persistent mental tension. But there is something most people never discover about this effect. It's not just about memory. It's about a subconscious compulsion to complete, a vulnerability exploited to keep you engaged, addicted, and returning. The more we are exposed to something, the more we tend to like it, even if we initially disliked it. Our brain's preference for familiarity and predictability. Repeated exposure breeds acceptance, then preference. Ideas, brands, and even people can be subtly programmed into your favor through sheer repetition. When faced with complex decisions, we often defer to perceived authority figures, our limited cognitive resources, and the desire for efficient decision-making. We accept pronouncements without critical evaluation. Expertise can be faked, Titles can be bought, and the masses can be led astray by a confident voice. Your beliefs are not just your own. They are reinforced by the curated information you consume. This is not independent thought. It is a feedback loop designed to solidify your existing worldview. The journey to true autonomy is a constant battle against unseen forces. Recognize the subtle patterns, dismantle the triggers, and understand the intricate mechanisms of control. Your mind is the ultimate battleground, and awareness is your only weapon. You now possess a deeper understanding of the unseen chains that bind. The choice remains yours. Remain a puppet, dancing to a hidden tune, or sever the strings and become the architect of your own psychological destiny. The power to resist, to influence, to truly obey yourself lies within. Unleash your mental power. Subscribe to Mind Decode for more insights into the hidden architecture of the human mind. The truth is waiting, but only for those brave enough to seek it. The Dark Psychology of Obedience. Part 2, Unseen Chains. Join the Mind Decode community. Explore more videos. The journey to mental mastery continues.